In this tutorial, we're going to be showing you how to set up the Yubii Smart Hub from NICE. Now, before we jump into that, I'm just going to explain that NICE, the Italian company, bought FIBARO and they bought elero. So you'll see NICE, FIBARO and elero branding. They still operate all three companies under those brands, but all three companies have products that are compatible with each other. So NICE promote the Yubii Smart Hub as their smart home device for controlling blinds, but it is a FIBARO product, and therefore you will see a lot of references to Z-Wave and FIBARO. So this is the Yubii Home box that it comes in, and this is the Yubii. Quite a small device. It only has a power port on the back. There's no other inputs on here, so there's no hardwired internet connection, which in my opinion is good and bad, but it's a very simple device, essentially, very clean and neat. So the first thing you want to do is you want to plug it in, and when it powers up, what will happen is the light on the front will start pulsing red and it'll turn a solid red. So the solid red light on the front means that it's ready to be set up, ready to be programmed. It means it's not connected to anything. So out of the box, this is obviously not connected to any internet. It is essentially a standalone device. So there's a couple of ways that you can set it up. If you're looking at the NICE or FIBARO manual, you'll see that they have about 4 different ways that you can set this device up, which can be quite confusing. So in this tutorial, we're going to show you what we believe is probably the simplest and easiest way to get up and running with it. So you'll want a tablet or a laptop. You can probably do it off your smartphone, although it's going to get a little bit fiddly. Their dashboard, their web user page that you have to use, it has got some quite small buttons and links on it, so I personally recommend having something with a larger screen. So you need to go to the Play Store, and you'll need to grab the Yubii Home Center app, and then you'll open that up, and you want to add a new home. So you'll have to read the terms and conditions before it will let you tick the box to say that you have read the terms and conditions. Now you can say, yes, I agree to them, and I'm going to continue, and I'm going to scan the QR code. So this will open up the camera app, and on the bottom of the Yubii, you'll find a QR code. So you want to grab that, and the app is going to now attempt to connect to your Yubii gateway. Unfortunately, something went wrong. So, if at first you don't succeed, press try again, and eventually you will get to a page where it's asking you to connect to Wi-Fi. So what this has done in the background is it's actually connected my tablet directly to the Yubii's Wi-Fi. And now it's accessing the Yubii's dashboard, and it's basically asking me to connect the Yubii to Wi-Fi. So I want to use the office Wi-Fi. So I'm going to pop in the password. And off we go. So now what it's going to do is it's going to connect the Yubii to the office Wi-Fi, which is the same Wi-Fi network as I want to use on my tablet. This process can take a couple of minutes, and in my opinion, because it's done all wirelessly, it's not totally without fault or without problems. Sometimes there will be some interference, the signal might drop, and it might just ask you to try again or say it doesn't work. So try again, and you will get there eventually. So this is what I would personally call a bit of a bug. It says choose your location and it says Poland, but it doesn't actually let you choose your location. So I'm just going to go ahead and click next. So yes, it thinks I'm in Warsaw, but it will let me change that because you can update all of these later, so it's not really an issue. So I'm going to just work through and apply the settings that I want to apply. Now, the whole location thing, I think doesn't work because at the moment, you'll see in the top right hand corner of my screen, there's a little exclamation mark next to my Wi-Fi symbol. That's because the tablet is actually still connected to the Yubii, which is now connected to the internet, but my tablet is not connected to the internet. So obviously my tablet doesn't know where I am. It doesn't have access to the internet to pick up any location details. And so it's going, you're in Poland. I can't tell you where you are. So I personally think it's a bit of a bug within the app, and they'll probably sort it out in due course. But don't worry too much. Just go ahead and accept that you're in Poland for the time being. You'll be able to change your time zone, like I showed you, and then once you've actually got the whole thing set up, you can then go back into the settings and update the location. But for the minute, it's quite important that your tablet remains connected to the Yubii's network directly, because as you can see, it now wants to download an update. And that's kind of really important because you don't know how long your Yubii has been sat in the box on a shelf somewhere. You don't actually know how long ago it was made. It could be several versions out of date, just like your laptop when you buy it. So let it crack on, download the update. That will take a while. Let it do its thing, let it get it installed, and then progress it from there. Once the update has been applied, you'll be asked to create a local login and password. So let's do that. And it's now time to change your device Wi-Fi settings back to your home or office Wi-Fi network, because that is what your Yubii is now connected to. So now you can see we've successfully connected to the gateway. So this next step is kind of perhaps more installer relevant than end user relevant. If you want to create a remote access, you have to have a FIBARO ID cloud account. So it's not hard to do. You can just go online and you can set that up, and then you can add the Yubii to that account for remote access. That means you can then make adjustments and setting changes to your Yubii remotely. So for example, if you're the installer and you've sold a Yubii to a customer and they want something updated on their Yubii, then you can do that from your office without having to go to site, or even without having to talk your customer through it. You can just jump online and just do it straight away. So it's a really good idea, it's a really good feature. And even if you're not sure if you're going to use it, I would still set up that FIBARO account online and pair your Yubii to it. But if you just want to get up and running as a home owner and the user of this device, then I would probably just skip this step. It's now going to take you to the dashboard. So from here, you can see that obviously we have no devices paired to it yet, but I'm now actually ready to begin pairing devices, creating scenes, creating timers, and doing all of the cool, fun stuff that you can do with a smart hub or smart home device.